Regular Nobodies.
Aloha. It is us again.
Hello.
I've been replaced already.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they want to look out the window.
So anyways, my brother commented and was saying we should get some mics. We've put some money together and our light fell down.
Oh no. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Andrew.
So anyways, we put some money together. How much you got so far?
Let's see. 62 cents.
Rich.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
We've made it. Alright.
Yeah, so those mics will come in at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking, we're improving.
With the whole 62 cents that we have.
Yeah.
Yep, we got mics.
They'll get here, and when they get here, it'll be awesome, okay?
The mic's named Dave.
Isn't his name Mike?
Yeah, first name. What's the last name? Mike.
Well, his middle name is Roe. You know, like Roe v. Wade. And then his last name is Phone.
Oh.
Oh,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mike? Yeah.
Microphone.
Well, no, it's like who it came up with the term lukewarm? Was his name Luke? Because Luke has nothing to do with how temperature sensitive something is. Unless Luke made it up.
I think it's an old school word. Luke. Lukewarm.
Lukewarm? Well,
Yeah.
why not?
Who the
Jeff
hell is
warm.
Luke and why is he warm?
Why is he always warm? Why can't he be cold or hot? So anyways, now that we broke the ice and
Dragons.
no longer lukewarm. Or it is lukewarm now. It was ice. Now it's lukewarm.
Well, it is 70 degrees. What's that considered?
And it's about to get hot with dragon talk.
Dragons!
Dragons!
Fuck yeah.
I'm talking about dragon. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
dragons in our culture.
I can say that.
Well, I should say our culture, but like human culture and maybe mythical. Well,
So dragons in general. Dragons.
Yeah.
All right. Go.
you seem to.
Motherfucker, don't put me on the
Hey,
spot.
come on,
like
hurry
that.
up, come on.
I'm currently reading something. Leave me alone.
Should
Okay,
I start, or?
Go for it.
Oh yeah, go.
Okay, because I got this thing up here. Okay, so I looked up on Google how many countries have dragon lore. It says it's difficult to give an exact number of countries with dragon lore. Enough said.
Enough
All right,
said.
end of
Dragons
episode.
are real. End of episode.
I'm not done. So, anyways, it says, as it's a widespread phenomenon across cultures and continents. So basically, like, they don't know how many because there's so many cultures that have dragon lore. However, dragons are featured in the myths and legends of many countries, particularly those in Europe and Asia. Some notable examples include Bhutan, Wales, Malta, and many countries across Europe and Asia. Elaboration. Global distribution. They distribute dragons, just so you know.
They distribute
They
dragons.
distribute, yeah.
Yeah,
Global
Dude, I want a
distribution.
dragon.
Dragons appear in the folklore of various cultures, including those in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. We have dragons.
Where are they? Game of Thrones?
Dragon witches.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Can we say that?
Exactly.
I don't know. Can we say that?
Wait.
Someone get a hold of George R.R. Martin.
Shit. I don't want to get. I'm gonna get sued or pegged or lorried or. Western versus Eastern dragons.
What? What did I fucking miss today over there?
Oh, we talked about Game
Nothing.
of Thrones.
We did like a small little episode right there in front of.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, she got a live episode.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, she's like, I don't gotta watch anything. I got the episodes right here.
Right. They come to her.
That's accurate.
So Western versus Eastern dragons. Western dragons are often depicted as winged, horned, and fire-breathing, while Eastern dragons are usually wingless, serpentine, and intelligent. Ooh. Common features, despite regional variations, dragons often share traits like being large, and I was a cat for a second, serpentine, and possessing supernatural abilities.
You know, like breathing fire.
Like breathing fire. That's
Or
supernatural
Well,
though if you have the
well,
right chemical.
Yeah,
They also have
Decided.
shape-shifting in some.
it's the whole thing about Monster Hunter, the genre. They don't say, yeah, it can breathe fire because it's a dragon. No, they have flame organs, and because of their diet.
Some sort of electrical node on the back of their mouth that ignites the chemical as it comes out. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I've seen this shit in movies. That's how I know. So anyway, notable countries. Countries with strong dragon lore include Bhutan, known as Dragon Country. Well, I gotta go there. Wales,
Yeah, I
where
wanna
the
see the
dragon
dragons.
appears on their national flag. Malta, also with the dragon on their flag. And many countries across Europe and Asia.
China. China has
Asia.
a lot of dragons.
Asia.
Yeah, I know.
Asia!
China specifically.
Alright,
has a lot of
okay.
Yes,
dragons.
but Asia has dragons.
Beyond
I'm
national...
not denying that, motherfucker.
Beyond national borders, dragon myths and legends are also found in various regions within countries, further expanding the reach of the dragon lore. Bum, bum, bum. And that's all I got.
I think the biggest thing is everyone has some form of dragons.
Speaking of China, like I was saying earlier today before we started filming, on their zodiac thing, they feature all these real animals and then dragons. So to them, dragon is a real animal.
They are real. What are you talking about?
But of course.
But of course!
But of course.
Yes, but.
I mean-
Indubitably.
We see them in the movies, they gotta be real, right?
Right. They have to be.
So anyways, what do you got?
I am currently reading all of the lore on
Story.
Dark Eater Midir. Yes.
A Dubber Dubber
Dark Eater Midir.
From Dark Souls 3
Yes.
DLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of mid because there's not a lot of lore on him. And it makes me sad.
I'm surprised there isn't, because, like, can you get a weapon from him?
Yeah, you get the Freight Blade.
Yeah, that's where all the lore details are at. It's in the
Yeah.
item descriptions.
Tell us what you know. Go.
I'm actively working on
Oh.
it.
Oh, one of my favorite
I can just read
depictions
you the lore
is-
section.
is the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
Yes.
Ooh.
Skyrim.
Specifically.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, doesn't Skyrim have like a dragon, like a really kick-ass dragon you have to fight?
Yeah,
Well,
Alduin.
yeah, he's really hyped up. In the lore, he's literally the world ender. He's the world eater. He'll eat your timeline. And
And then
well,
the Dragonborn just whoops his
yeah,
ass.
gameplay, you can take him out in a swing, so it's pretty uneventful. But lore-wise, yes, he's very dangerous. But through the power of Akatosh.
Ooh,
Yes, Akatosh is...
bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, he blessed the mortal. There we go. A mortal with was it not dragon blood but dragon spirit or something like that.
Mm.
So he can defeat dragons. And the thing is about dragons in Elder Scrolls lore is they can't be defeated unless it's by a dragonborn.
Right, because only the Dragonborn can absorb their soul.
Okay.
Like, you can kill them, but they'll resurrect themselves.
Duh.
Yeah, they are essentially immortal.
Okay.
There's a reason Parthenax has been on the throat of the world for thousands of years.
So what about, earlier you said something about they shapeshift, some of them.
Yeah, in D&D specifically, they all have the ability to shapeshift into a human. They have a dragon form and a human form.
Interesting.
So they can go into towns and be completely unnoticed because they are human.
Yeah, but druids can do that though?
Right, druids can do that, but we were talking about dragons having certain abilities. We're not, fuck the druids. Get the druids the fuck out of here. We're talking about dragons.
Throw his phone at you.
Hey, that's not very druid of you. Throw a stick.
Now, do we think that dragons exist in real life?
Dragon witches.
Dragon witches, they're real.
Yeah,
but
maybe that's the whole reptilians running the government. Maybe they're actually dragons.
some people have a theory that dragons are just leftover dinosaurs.
So they're pterodactyls.
No, they're
Well,
chickens.
Possibly pterodactyl or possibly
You too.
Yeah, dinosaurs are just, well, chickens are just.
Yeah, chickens are dragons. Canon.
Chickens are just little dragons, okay?
They're I would
of-
I would say evolutionized dinosaurs, but I would consider it a de-evolution.
Speaking of dragon birds, look at this. And maybe
And I'll post
when
it
you
up.
edit, post a picture of this, because this is a dragon bird for real. Like
That's
it
a
is-
bird?
That's a bird, and it is called the great-eared nightjar. It's a beautiful bird.
Yeah.
It's a very
Looks
beautiful
like a
bird.
dragon.
It is a dragon. What are you talking about?
Is it? See, dragons are real.
Dragons
Yep,
are
dragons
real.
are real.
I
Confirmed.
mean, we do have bearded dragons.
Yep, we do have bearded dragons. We have Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned a thing about Komodo dragons yesterday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what makes them so what makes them so dangerous is the bacteria in their mouth.
Yes.
It's anti-blood clotting.
Mhm.
So when if you get bit by it, you're gonna bleed out.
You're just cooked.
It doesn't matter the
Lock
size.
on too. Like they have
Yeah.
a jaw
the-
that just locks.
I don't know about locking, but it'll chase you for miles.
I want to be chased by a Komodo dragon though.
I don't. Fuck
Dude,
that.
no, they're freaky. Like you see how they walk, they kind of go like.
Yeah, fuck that.
But yeah, you get bit, you're gonna bleed out, and the entire time you see a dragon 500 feet behind you going.
Right.
Just slinking along.
And
Yeah.
then if you escape it, climb up a tree or something, you're gonna die.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you're,
they can climb.
you're just gonna bleed out in the tree.
Right. Well, you'll also die from infection,
Yeah.
dysentery or something.
Yeah,
down
but
the-
Dysentery.
in a week, you know.
What is this, the
Oregon
Oregon
Trail? That wasn't scripted.
No, it wasn't.
No, because if it was scripted, I would have said it too.
Yeah,
I
none of
feel
this is
left
scripted.
out. I'm going to leave.
Get a
G'day, mate.
g'day. But no, get a fucking effect and just make dust.
Dust.
Jeff. For
Oh,
this.
I'll just
Yeah.
make him fade out.
Just fade.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, go like this.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
There's the meme.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it'll be funny. Just wait.
It will
next
be
week.
funny.
And then we'll show you.
It will
the
be
end.
funny.
Laugh.
Please clap. You guys remember that?
Oh,
Jeb
yes.
Bush. Please
From
clap.
Labyrinth. Well, laugh. Never seen Labyrinth?
I've never
No.
seen
You
Labyrinth.
never seen Labyrinth?
That's the movie with
Have you seen Labyrinth?
entirely in different language.
They
right?
can't answer.
No.
Jeff.
Oh.
Labyrinth it's like a Jim Henson movie. This girl, she hates her little brother, so she wishes for the Goblin King to take him, and so then, unbeknownst to her, the Goblin King actually shows up, and it's David Bowie, and he takes
Of course, it's David Bowie.
and he takes the baby, and now she has to go through this labyrinth to get to his castle, and to retrieve the baby. And if she gets there, then she gets her brother back.
So that sounds a lot like a sort of transition to our next episode.
Being.
Oh, we are only 13 minutes and 47
Yeah.
seconds on this one, though.
Okay.
What else about dragons? Go.
Yeah, you got Dark Intermediate. You have it.
Do you want me to read the whole lore?
No,
base?
don't.
No.
don't
She says
just
no.
break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, summarize.
Dark Eater Medir was a very hard boss in Dark Souls 3 DLC.
Some consider him the hardest in the Souls series.
Hardest.
I beg to differ. Anyways, descendant of the Archdragons, and raised by the gods.
And that sounds very powerful.
Sounds powerful.
Tasked with fighting the Abyss for eternity, which he does, even after the gods are dead. Until, we show up and murder him.
Murder.
Uh,
I'm a cat. I'm not a cat.
I believe he is blind as well.
No way.
Yeah, if you look at his character model, he doesn't have eyes. They're just completely covered by Abyss.
You know,
He is completely
Alien.
white. They just turned the light on.
That is awesome. The force is strong with them.
Yeah, Andrew was just staring
no,
at
it
me
was
like
Eli.
that was
Eli turned it on. Yeah.
Wow.
He turned it on and then backed up.
Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna save energy.
Okay. Conserve.
Anyways.
Can we say the force?
Well,
Oh,
it's,
can we say that?
well, it's not called the Force. What is it called in that new that stupid show? The
Schwartz.
Acolyte.
I've never watched it because it's stupid.
Exactly. What is it
My
called? The
opinion.
Thread or something now?
The Schwartz.
The Schwartz.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're talking
the
Spaceballs.
Schwartz is with you.
But his task has rendered him broken beyond repair.
Okay.
Well, why is he so tough then?
Yeah.
Because Madeir is, well, he's Madeir.
Was he a non-hostile dragon when he wasn't broken?
Correct.
Is there lore for that?
I don't know. It doesn't go back that far.
Oh.
And there's different kinds of dragons, right? There's like fire dragons, ice dragons.
In Skyrim?
What about D&D?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's red dragons, gold dragons, silver dragons. What other ones? There's a lot of dragons. Hold on.
Please leave them out so that these people could be like, we're going to tell them all the dragons because we want comments.
Yeah, tell us about every dragon
Tell
you
us
know.
about all the dragons.
All of them,
Ooh,
without exception.
I know a popular dragon. I don't know if it's considered a dragon, but I would consider it a dragon. Is Leviathan.
Isn't a leviathan considered like a sea serpent?
It's a sea serpent, but they describe a lot of the dragons as serpents.
Yeah, Eastern folklore,
And
serpentine dragon.
Yeah, but they're serpents that fly, not serpents that swim. There's a difference.
Well,
the Asian ones didn't have wings. They were
Yeah.
I know,
just
but they still fly.
The Leviathan in the Final Fantasy series can fly.
Yeah, and they breathe fire, or Leviathan breathes fire too. Kind of like Godzilla, I guess. Would Godzilla be a dragon?
Well, God's
Very large lizard.
Very large lizard.
yeah, he no, or is it she?
I don't know.
Hold on.
There's
We're gonna
eggs,
get an
right?
answer to this.
There's Godzilla lays eggs, right?
I don't know if Godzilla's ever laid eggs. I think in one of the movies Godzilla laid an egg, but that wasn't like canon Godzilla. That was
Oh, it wasn't.
a like knockoff Godzilla.
Yes, Godzilla is in fact a dragon.
Yeah.
Godzilla's a dragon.
Yes.
Godzilla's a dragon.
Godzilla's a
Confirmed.
dragon.
Well, I thought it was born out of like nuclear radiation
Still a dragon.
from a lizard.
It's a titan, from what they say in the movies.
It says under species, dinosaur, dragon, monster, mutants.
Heck yeah. I bet you Godzilla would eat dragons. For
Probably.
like dinner. Like nom 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 nom.
He is much larger than any dragon in lore.
Yeah. Is it a he or she?
I don't know. Let's find that out too.
Phone.
What do you think Godzilla's diet would
Phone.
be?
Answer me, phone. Is Godzilla a male or female?
No, Godzilla is not a woman.
So Godzilla's a man.
Correct.
Godzilla is generally referred to as male. That's what
Well,
this says.
okay.
Yes, Godzilla is male.
Mm.
So anyways,
So, okay, that concludes this episode. Dragons, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and also share.
Yeah.
dragons are cool. Tell us more about dragons.
Dragons are pretty cool, I guess, if you like dragons.
I like dragons.
Yeah, dragons
so
are
they're pretty
cool.
cool.
Wait, all at once. On 3, we all say dragons are cool. 1, 2, 3.
Dragons are cool.
Alright, bye.
See ya.
That's it.
All right.
Yay!
Yay! We're done, we're rich.